some good runs right now.
Somebody got killed in my neighborhood in Arlington, and I was young. I was like 12, 13. We desensitized to
This kind of communication with young Black Americans is something that Democrats do not do, by the way.
that. Like, it's normal, and that's not good because, like, it's not normal for somebody else to die. It's not normal to take somebody else's life.
Man, I got a long list of friends that I lost, and I don't really want to lose any more to that. People out here getting killed at a very young age. Like, a lot of my friends have been shot, people went to jail, stuff like that.
We need to eradicate gun violence, stop senseless gun violence. Young people want to live. Young people want their community safe, and they're looking forward to it.
I've been impacted by gun violence in the streets, and now I'm trying to make a change. I'm trying to rewrite my story.
A lot of times you go through these kinds of situations, crises, and you're made to feel like you're the only one who's ever had to experience this. You're made to
God, even with the cameras, like, it's so clear that he's actually just talking to these guys.
You have to show them that you care. And what we do with New York City Crisis Management System, as you know, Mr. Mayor, it's unconventional. Right, it's late night conversation. It's sacrifices that we make to interrupt violence. And I think ultimately at the root of it all, Mr. May, it's truly
like, and I can tell you that this is not like a planned scripted event. These guys are anxious. This kid in the center is anxious. He's bobbing his leg. This kid on the right or left, however you want to say it, they're anxious. They're anxious. You can tell by their body language that they're anxious. They were asked, hey, do you want to do this? And they said yes. It's not scripted.
Showing young people that you care, because the youth are seeking love. They're seeking love, and they're looking for men and women who...
And the fact that Mamdani is actively listening, he shows all signs of active listening, turning towards the speaker, having your arms open, having your body exposed.
Come from the same world, who understand what they're going through.
Like, what he's saying sounds scripted because he's had to say it 100 times.
They're looking for that, so they latch on to mentors like myself and all of us across New York City.
I think, you know, the work that you do...
And I'm calling them kids. I have no idea how old are these guys. These guys could be like in their 30s. These guys are like amazing. Mamdani will also comfort guests who are anxious off camera as well. He does. We need more visibility of stories like this because it's criminally underrepresented. Yeah, and white Democrats don't talk about this at all. The last white Democrat that I could think actively talking about this was, what's his name? Tim Walz, and he's a disappointment. I'm like actually sad about Tim Walz.
The work that so many CMS providers do, in and of itself.
Because, like, I can't tell if they're kids or not, because, like, he's talking to them here like he's their guidance. So.
Makes clear that this is a crisis across the city. That's right. You know, and there's a lot more the city has to do to actually meet you halfway.
The violence is brewing up in the winter. People are getting into situations all winter long, and they wait for the summertime.
Yeah, like they're definitely anxious, which means that this is like, that's usually a sign to tell, like, oh, if someone's overconfident when they're talking, like, and stuff like this, it usually is a showing sign that they're scripted. One of a lot of things that we fixed up people in power is the capability to change the world, to understand from the average point of view. This is a great view to approach them, but also approachable without getting defensive. He's also in a public space and not a closed off area. Yeah, that's true. And like, on top of literally all of this, like, Democrats could do this. They know they can do this. They choose not to.
Time to come outside with a gun or come outside and handle their situation with a person.
They have to know that it's okay to be vulnerable. Some of these kids, they shoot the guns because they feel like that they gotta prove something to somebody, or they gotta appear tough, or they gotta appear fearless.
Things have changed now.
God, they have so much swag. By the way, like, I'm not... Evie, if this is racist, tell me. But dude, like, black people in New York have so much swag. They have so much swag, and I'm so jealous.
2026, and we know it's a different type of thing happening with social media. There's a lot of different elements to the violence now. The social media has
Don't worry, chat. There's a black person in chat that'll tell me if I'm being racist or not.
Exacerbated the issue and has broadened it.
It made you not want to be outside. Right? Like, that is a natural reaction. Yeah.
Not racist at all. You're speaking facts. Black approved! We're a black approved streamer.
When you go through something like that, to say, I don't want to ever have to deal with any part of this. Right. What would you want summer to be?
Safe, fun, vibes, parties.
God. New York, man. like, hey, is that me? Amelia? Dude, the fact that America doesn't look like this everywhere pisses me off. Bagel World. I want to go to Bagel World. Dude, my brother was in New York. He didn't find Mamdani for me, by the way. He didn't plug the stream to Mamdani.
Go enjoy the weather. Go sit under a tree. Go just like sit by yourself. You do better when you know better. And I feel like knowing better is knowing yourself. If you know who you are and what you want to be, nobody can steer you off your path.
And the fact that it's very obviously like one or two camera guys that are walking with them in a way that is just B-roll footage. Letting them communicate off camera is a big thing.
Nobody can make you do something.
Hell yeah, dude. Like, this guy on the left or the right, whatever you want to say, this guy right here, his fit, dude, it goes so hard.
That you don't want to do. Have your own mind, be safe, and be vulnerable. It's okay. It's okay to not have it all. It's okay to be angry. To be
I love their fits, dude. I love his fit, man. His fit looks fucking great. I'm jealous.
It's not okay to pick up a gun. It's not okay to stab somebody. It's not okay to take somebody away from their families. And that's just the message I want to send.
Like, he reaches out on all levels. I'm sorry. We needed like we need some hope core.
Have no childcare system without childcare providers and educators.
We seriously need more representation of black folks in general, this type of tone and setting, because it's so important to give people a platform of this magnitude when it's so rarely provided. Exactly! Mamdani reaches out. This is how you never lose. You reach out to constituents on all levels. Black, trans, queer, every level of, you don't just reach out to white constituents, every level of people who are underrepresented and being attacked.
New York City is at a really pivotal moment for childcare. We have set out with an ambitious goal to build a system where every child in the city under 5 has access to free, high-quality care in a range of different settings by childcare providers who are culturally competent, fairly paid and respected, and have what they need to thrive.
We just want to serve the kids, and the kids want to come to the program.
Early childhood educators are the workforce behind the workforce. Without them, parents could not meaningfully participate in our economy. It is skilled work and it is deeply impactful work.
True.
Thank you. What you do is incredibly important. I say this not just as a deputy mayor, but as a mom, and very much appreciate what you do.
Oh my god, my goat! What's her name? Oh, what's her name? Fuck, I can't remember her name. Chat, somebody help me remind me. My nieces and nephew watched her growing up. Fuck! She's a YouTuber. Chill. Miss Rachel! Miss Rachel! Oh, it's right there!
Very much appreciate what you contribute.
Yeah, she went with Obama and Mamdani.
And we are very, very committed to working with you all.
Should I get that?
Hello? Yes, I'm sorry. Could we talk a bit later? I've got these people being the interviewers about the Nakba. I was 9 years old. It was nighttime, and my father came into our bedroom and told us, surprisingly, to get on all fours and make our way to the staircase that goes in to the roof. There were no windows on the staircase because bullets had come in through the wood shutters at that stage. And next day, we just took what we could carry and went to my uncle Hussein's house in Nablus, because there was no fighting in Nablus. The Zionists were, coming into Jerusalem.
Also, The audio that comes out of like they literally pay attention to every detail. YouTube audio is typically way too quiet, and this is like I have to turn it down. Yep, 700,000 Palestinians, by the way. Never like it's something that has been going on for over 80 years.
My father had a big, heavy key for our iron front door, and people, of course, locked their houses when they left, and all they had of it was the key. When it turned out that there was no going back, that's what they had in their hand from the house, and they probably just hung it on the wall, you know. So it became sort of a symbol. You have the key, but not the house.
Very important reminder that's been happening well before October, yeah. Dude, and Hamas has been around for decades, even before Israel, or even before 2023. They were people like fragments of Hamas were in the Bosnian War. Like they crave on, and like obviously, like you got people are always like, oh, condemn Hamas, condemn Hamas. It's not really like it's a group. It's just like a group of movements of violent extremists, and you like it's to detract from the picture. And Hamas is well funded by places like Israel. Same with Hezbollah.
That's the craft of Palestinian women. That's one of my mother's friends, whom I inherited. She's my friend's old lady. She has the biggest collection. Actually, in that drawer, I have some that you can look at. I think it's good for you to just touch it. Actually, they're very good because this is here.
If this is a Republican or any other Democrat, they'd be like, okay, well, we're not going to do this right now. We can do that later. We'll like set it up for it. And like, let's get it out. I guarantee what happened was, oh, let me show you. Like I grew up as a half Bosnian. I've been around like older Muslim and Islamic women. And like, they love showing you shit like this. Like genuinely so much.
Here, so the woman walking, you know, it would accentuate her hips.
Oh, she's great, man.
And there are certain smells. There's a smell when, after a rainfall, when that limestone has a certain smell when you walk near
Limestone that's wet after a rain is so...
it, you know? It's just, you feel very close to the actual land.
Oh, yeah.
The story is about the Palestinian boy going into Israel.
I really like how it's genuine interview with a Palestinian woman who clearly engaged with and loving her cultural arts. Yeah. Like, it's a dynamic interview. This is what I would want. Like, if I was going to... Oh, my God, I'm so jealous of her bookshelves. I'm genuinely so jealous of her bookshelves. Massachusetts, Gotham, Waterfront, Manlet. Sorry, I'm looking at the books. Like, these are really...
His grandmother said, go to our village, bring me a handful of soil. I'll put it under my pillow and feel I'm sleeping, you know, in my village. It's very strong.
Nakba, what is Srebrenica? Srebrenica is a town and municipality of Bosnia-Herzegovina, globally recognized as the site of the July 1995 genocide during the Bosnian War. The area was captured by Bosnian Serbian forces, who systemically murdered more than 8,000 Bosniak Muslim men and boys in Europe's worst atrocity since World War II. And like, the reason why there's a difference between stuff like Serbia and Israel, because Serbia carried out similar atrocities that Israel's done, is because Serbia was backed by the USSR and the US didn't back Serbia. That's why Israel is an issue, but it's also US backing Israel as the issue as well. Both are evil.
That I've lived in different places and I've always been an outsider. You know, in England, actually we were called aliens on our passports. I lived in Italy, again, not part of it. And after the 67 war, I came here. In this diverse city, I feel most at home since leaving Palestine.
Oh yeah, New York is so diverse.
I think that's important.
Like, I would love to live in New York. There are so many ethnicities in New York, and I know so many Bosnians from New York. And I know we're talking about Palestine, but it does hit really close to home with the Bosnian genocide and the Bosnian War. Because they were genocide by Serbians because they were Muslim. And that's why the world didn't do anything during the massacre and invasion by Serbia. Cause like this is where my dad grew up. Even though he's a piece of shit, this is half of where I'm from. Cause I'm half Bosnian. Oh, God. And like Palestine, they're not pro-LGBTQ. Wanna know why? Because they have a religious fundamentalist leading the country. Wanna know why? Because they were ethnically cold. Religious fundamentalism pops up in places that are attacked and assaulted by outside forces due to the fact that people need something to escape to. Oh, I'm so jealous. I would love to visit someday. Somebody get me a ticket to Sarajevo! Brisik? I would love to visit Brisik. Sorry, now I'm like in a little Bosnian segment. I'm talking about my homeland. Not my homeland, but part of my homeland. Like, look at that. It's more okay to feel aligned and emotional when hearing stories like hers. Yeah.
And
Like, she reminds me of my grandmother. Parts of her remind me of my grandmother.
where you are, I don't know what happens to you, but you know, I've seen the Rockies, and it's the soft hills of Palestine that actually touch me.
Yeah. I get it. I get it, girl. Like, oh, I would love to visit this place. There's a really good book called The Bosnia List, and it's one of my favorite books of all time. If you want, like, it shows you, and there's a million books on Palestine as well that you should read. It shows you what genocide looks like from the point of view of children in these countries that are being genocided because they're Muslim. Muslim fundamental, or not Muslim fundamentalist, Islamophobia and the calling of Muslim people is a big part of why the world is so evil, because these pieces of garbage will not stop. And we need to stop supporting them. The US supports these people, and that's why it's so relieving to have somebody like Mamdani in power, somebody who doesn't, like, he's Islamic. That's huge. I don't think you understand how big that is. I love him to death, man.